Welcome to the Outsider Trading pilot with Director's Cut. Since we now have episode 2 in production, I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes. So let's get started.
Can I get out of the box now?
So, story time. I was once wrongfully arrested. I was not nearly as cool as Az was here, but I wanted to make a character that could say everything I wanted to say to that cop. But I didn't. Instead, I just scream-cried at my own feet while handcuffed to a bench.
We can't let you go, but if you cooperate, we could make your stay a little bit more comfortable. Would you like that?
Oh yeah, you grant requests to entities, right? Whose dick do I gotta suck around here to get some time with the swamp girl?
Maybe you could start with telling me what you are?
You don't get it. Even if I wanted to tell you, which I don't, it's unknowable to a human brain. It'd be like trying to explain capitalism to a squirrel.
Indulge me.
How?
How about listing off some abilities?
Shoplifting, chain smoking, and pleasing your mother.
Scene 1 was made with a scarcity of resources in mind. So you'll notice it's mostly two characters who are talking back and forth, and Amoeba for like a second, and a table. About as cost efficient as you can get with animation. As I got more elaborate, that definitely changed, but for the cold open, I felt like a snarky eye man back and forth was just what we needed to establish some lore and some laughs. I mentioned this mindset because it'll come up again, and it's actually shaped the show in a lot of ways that I'm really happy that it did.
How about some of the bioshifting we've seen? We know you can make weapons, devices, living creatures on a whim. What else?
Whatever I need, most of the time a bottle opener.
What about Amoeba, is it? What is he? Your kid? A pet? A piece of you? Some sort of larvae?
I assume. I had a fun night, blacked out once, woke up, he was there. That's how your species has kids. Are we at Frog Lady yet?
I'm starting to suspect that not even you know any of this information.
It took you until 170 BC to figure out that your brain was the thinky part, and you still don't even know how it works. Why would my situation be any different?
That's actually true, by the way. 170 BC. Or the source that told me that got it wrong. I don't know.
Regardless, you can't keep posting anomalous media on YouTube.
What's so bad about SpongeBob Smash or Pass?
Look, you're not fucking the Swamp Woman. I'm just trying to keep the public safe from you. It's the reason you're here.
Are you gonna let me rizz up the frog bitch or not?
Maybe if you answer our questions first.
I've been let on enough to know this isn't going anywhere. Don't bother me again. If I want a second date, I'll call you. Bye-bye.
Wait, he could leave this whole time?
So, fun fact, Dr. Volt's scenes actually have 2 alternate voicing versions. So we would do the whole scene, and then we would go out and get drunk and come back and do it again. We tried it for the first scene, and it worked really well for moments where she just had to scream at me, because she's a very nice person, and telling me to go fuck myself did not come naturally to her. So yeah, we kept doing it. Beat drop cock block. Also, for everyone asking, Chucklebone did the intro, and he did an amazing job. He did not make the song, however. That one is the show's music squad, Tara Angela. She's great, as well as Chucklebone, and they'll hopefully both be involved in the series down the line.
And in the sentience market,
Cassandra Thulhu is not Lynetta. I just needed to say that. But she is a big Markiplier fan. Also, the pilot is the only time we're going to have her with this haircut. I just wanted to make the reference because I thought it was a fun game. Other than that, she's just a Cthulhuid, and she will look different in every other episode. She loves to play with her hair, kind of in character.
the crab people continue to soar in value, while humanity inches ever closer to bankruptcy, now with only a couple thousand individuals in circulation. Soul Share owner and self-proclaimed sentience tycoon Early Graves has to be upset about that one. In the penny markets, the cock gremlins saw a 4% spike in...
The crab people are actually maybe getting their own short film, depending on funding, as well as the cock gremlins. I really want to make this like a lore universe, you know? I'm not trying to do traditional storytelling so much. I am, but I don't know. Maybe you know.
God damn it, Shlom! What's wrong, boss? Everyone knows that the apes are going to shit, and they used an ugly picture of me! How could you let this happen?
So again, this is a big part right here. Outsider Trading is a show based on limitations and what they can create. Graves actually has a snake tail because I could not figure out how to draw legs good in my old shitty art style videos. Also, Shlom, another holdover of the old crappy art style when I used to draw humans in pastel colors. And I just made him one of his own species.
Not to worry, sir. If I remember correctly, in your divine omnipotence, you said they were, quote, a sure thing.
And now I'm saying that was a test! You should have stopped me, and you failed!
So in this moment, similar to before about how Az was saying everything I wanted to say to that cop, Graves is kind of an over-the-top portrayal of every mean boss and teacher I've ever had in how he acts here.
I'm starting to think I'm as dumb as you for keeping you around after your species' bankruptcy!
I think it was very clever, sir. I'm sure with how clever you are, you'll think of something. Maybe selling it to someone more...
Someone more stupid! You're right! What a clever idea that I would and did come up with. But who?
This gag of Az growing the nose just to pick and eat a booger resonated with way more people than I thought it would. I just was trying to portray that, like, as far as Ouroboros go, Az might not be Einstein. But because of how much people liked it, what I take from this is I gotta be a little less mature, which I didn't even think was possible, but we'll see.
Couldn't find a better sucker in a brothel. Az, buddy!
I've gotten a lot of questions, as well as a lot of art of them fucking, so I'm gonna get this all out there. Az and Graves are the same species. The species is called Ouroboros, and members of it can bioshift, meaning they can shift their physical form and biological functions, and they can do a few other key things related to them living and traversing through the fourth dimension.
Can I take a moment of your valuable time to show you the opportunity of a lifetime? I'll buy you a drink.
Tell no one what you just saw, and I'll go with you anywhere.
Splendid.
Each animator typically uses their own style, and I feel like changing styles kind of became the style. This was at first because I didn't know what art style I wanted to do, and I made 2 sample animations and decided I really liked aspects of both for different reasons. So I decided at that moment that many styles would be a cool way to go. And from there, that evolved into me choosing specific people for their specific styles, each tailored to specific aspects of what makes the scene in question work. By the way, I'm always looking for more collaborators. Hit me up.
I don't know about these guys, Graves. Don't want to sound ableist, but this species is a little...
Lion King? More like lying on the ground as a bright red stain.
special.
Special is right. Not just special, but yearning for, needing guidance. You could be their savior, but more, their shaper. Besides, the time to buy is when they're in a lull. The payback is monumental.
Also in this scene, just because it's very reminiscent of what we were going to do with the cavemen and everything, I just want to mention that there was a version of the show where Az and Graves do a Gods Misbehave style thing across human history. But I decided I wanted to take the more modern route for the series. We might still do it for an animated short, though.
Oh, lol? Looks more like a spiral. Besides, why me? Don't you have higher profile people to badger for more profit?
You're not seeing it as. You're perfect for them. They're so vulnerable, so impressionable. Shaping a society is a lot of effort. I'm just in it for the bag, but you want a legacy. To build something. These little apes are a blank canvas on which you can paint. Besides, have I ever misled you?
Constantly. If you're being honest and they have this much potential, this could only be a loss to yourself. Why?
Because I don't have the beautiful artistic vision like you to shape them. I'm a businessman, not a god.
I got some comments wondering why Graves is trying to sell As the Humans like an art project if insider trading is illegal. Like he's selling it like you can interfere, but you really can't. And I see where you're coming from with this. But in my mind, it still works and is especially in character for both of them for a few reasons. 1, Graves knows Az is an artsy-fartsy little shit with an ego and a god complex, and these arguments would work on him. And 2, Graves never thought Az would do anything of worth regarding humans in the first place. His plan was to sell Az a little blue ball that gives him debt and anxiety attacks. Graves would have said just about anything to get that contract signed. That whole speech, however, is one reason that his mind immediately went to insider trading when he learned that Az did well. Well, both that and an incredible jealousy and inability to recognize forms of intelligence that aren't just making the money number go up.
Actually, sorry. They're not for sale.
What? Why?
They would be to a truly special individual, capable of guiding them, but...
You can't just waggle a deal in front of me and then take it off the table.
Should have thought of that before you talked me out of my obvious mistake. This was supposed to be a favor, you know.
Okay, so not only does Graves know of Az's ego because of their history, which I'll go into later in the series, but he also knows the one way to get Az to want something is by telling him he can't have it.
And I really appreciate it, Graves.
What can I say, Az? You're a shrewd businessman. You got it.
What are we doing?
For all the other characters, I knew I could find someone, but I was so worried about getting a realistic kid's voice because I obviously couldn't cast a child in a show like this. We're friends from college and they would do this little kid voice to freak people out. Then one day I was like, hey, you wanna pretend to be a blue booger? Oh, fun fact, they were also the Minecraft expert in the Smasher Pass.
Stuck in the apes.
Why?
Because I need to stop this idiot from throwing more of his overgrown sperm over this cliff.
Why?
Because for some reason they put this dumbass in charge. He thinks that makes it rain, and every dead baby is another buck off our bottom line.
Why?
Because everyone involved makes very poor decisions.
Except for Graves. Hawking these idiots to you is pretty smart.
You sounded pretty smart there yourself. Why don't you think of a solution to this shit?
I absolutely love Amoeba being held by his scruff like a dumb little cat.
I would start with getting rid of that guy.
I wish it were that easy. We can't just get rid of that guy.
But why?
Amoeba is a very useful character in that he's incredibly childlike, so he can be used as a way to advance the plot because he'll say things only a kid would. Sometimes they're really obvious, but people are coming at this reality with a different, older perception, so they can't see it. Sometimes it's in the form of asking what's going on in a snarky, I want to go home kid way. And sometimes it's from a lack of understanding that leads a character to need to educate him, because he is in fact a child. Also, it's just funny to make him act like a snot nose like I was when I was a kid.
We can't risk interacting directly too often. No one can predict what happens when an asset species becomes aware of their position. Every time they react differently, but it's always been some form of chaos. Besides, I'm pretty sure that's insider trading.
To explain what is and isn't outsider trading in a nutshell, I wasn't gonna do this directly, but I figure this director's cut is only gonna be seen by superfans, so fuck it. I like to use this analogy that I got from the comments that explains it super well. Here's the explanation. Shout out to @theduke7539 for figuring this out before I could even make the reveal. It's the same with companies on the stock exchange. You can buy shares in a company at a low price, and then you can buy advertisements for that business, and when the business grows, you can sell your shares. It's not insider trading unless you're buying and selling based on information that you shouldn't have yet. In this case, you can't profit based on information that the species shouldn't have yet. If you killed a person, but the species didn't learn anything, then it's technically not insider trading. Now, that's a very good quote. While this isn't exactly how it works in the series, it's pretty damn close. And his inspiration is exactly what I based it on. The economy system can only work if traders can withdraw individuals from the species to trade for currency. So there needs to be some level of interference. But you just can't rig your hand. I wanted to explain this because we don't explicitly spell out what is and isn't outsider trading in the first episode. We will do it incrementally in more detail because that's how I wanted to do it. Some guy even said it was a plot hole that I didn't directly explain what it is and isn't. I don't consider this a plot hole. I just have faith in my audience that they can figure stuff out. Just saying, if he's smart enough to figure it out on the first watch, maybe the problem isn't me.
We don't know what they'd do if they find out about us, but I'm pretty sure I know what that guy will do if we do nothing. See? I was gonna guess he'd do that.
It's pointless. We got sold a lemon. We're screwed if we do, and we're screwed if we don't. Wait, Amoeba, you're a genius! If I'm screwed either way, I might as well fuck up as hard as I can. Hey, dipshit! Think fast!
So the flamethrower arm is the first significant instance of bioshifting that we see in the series. He doesn't have pyrokinesis, but he is capable of creating an organ that can launch a flame with a flammable liquid long distances. like you did there. Think of it like fire cum. Or don't.
See, I fixed it.
Yeah, fixed. Let's just hope this guy kills less babies.
Welcome back to Sentient Stockwatch. I'm Cassandra Thulhu.
As you can see here, we've moved Cassandra even further from the inspiration. After this point, her hair will not be in that way in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, she's gonna actually like to change up her hair a lot. It's gonna be part of her character.
And I'm Linus Griseo.
Can you guys tell I play Linus? Cause I can. But I feel like he's far enough away that if someone heard it and they didn't know me and I didn't tell them, they wouldn't think of it. I don't know. Moving on.
In a major twist of events, humanity has turned its downward spiral into an exponential population increase, shooting from tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands in only a few generations.
That's right, Cassie. Newcomer to the sentience market, going by Az,
That bit of Az taking horrible pictures is, I can't take pictures in real life.
has acquired humans from Earl Graves in what seemed like their death spiral.
So I've had some questions here about whether or not Graves has a mouth, and while he's not as talented with Az as bioshifting, he can do it. But he can't do crazy shit like make a flamethrower. He can do simple stuff like camouflage and make simple organs and life generation. Any Ouroboros that couldn't do that or traverse spatial dimensions would be considered disabled.
After the assets mysteriously discovered the milestone resource of fire, the technological addition seemed to provide the stability they needed.
Not only has the species stabilized, but the new addition of fire has allowed them to advance significantly, going from cave-dwelling, parasite-ridden shit heathens to hive drones in a bustling dystopian metropolis in only a few millennia.
I love how humans don't change at all in this one scene. Like, the animator and I discussed this during commission, and it was the perfect way to represent how little the human species changed biologically throughout societal evolution. And it was all a funny meme.
More humans and humans are worth more? This new Az character is gonna give Graves a run for his money. Literally.
Your shitty puns are the sole reason no one watches news anymore, Gleepglorp.
I wish I came out of your father's balls so I could hurl slurs on air and keep my job.
I cannot wait to make them fight through every on-screen interaction. Also, Cthulhu is Cassie's dad. That'll come up later. And Gleep Glorp is a slur in this universe. That might also come up later, because Linus is a gray alien.
Damn it! I sold that idiot a fucking gold mine!
Coming up after this, insider trading.
You can actually see Graves shift away the mouth right here. Quick detail if you didn't catch it.
What is it? Why is it illegal? And how do you make sure they don't do to you what they did to Sartha Moorg?
We've studied trace samples of tissues you've left behind and adjusted the cells and cuffs to shift with your form, so you won't be going anywhere this time.
As you can see towards the end of the pilot, we're starting to refine character models and styles even within individual art styles. If you look at Eliana from Scene 1 versus her now, you can see a few differences in how she's represented, as you can with Az, and Amoeba.
It's so nice when someone takes pride in their space.
I'm not staying here, bitch. You are, since we can now prove the sudden rise of cognito-hazardous content is related to you.
Really rubbed your best two brain cells together hard to figure that one out. Huh, bud?
We also wanted to get a bit more into the cartoony nature of the show now that the audience understands the world a bit more. Hence, we have Az doing little bits of slapstick humor with his bioshifting.
No, you're admitting it?
I did it. You're welcome.
What?
You are welcome.
I can hear you, but why in the fuck are we welcome?
You guys obviously need a little help.
We can handle our own, thanks.
Half your species is addicted to vapes. The other half, hamburgers. Pretty sure I saw a guy OD on Mountain Dew today. I'll do it again.
This is a comment on myself, man. I've had 2 hamburgers today.
Not if we have anything to... I'd hardly consider what you're doing help... Of all the species in the... everywhere, why us?
Maybe I think you guys are funny or something. Y'all can at least keep Amoeba occupied for 10 minutes at a time. That's hard.
We had a conversation about Amoeba in the production stages with his cuffs. It was a little bit along the line of the meme, how would a dog wear pants? Would Amoeba have it on only 2 of his hand pedipalps, or all of them? We decided all of them, and I think it was the right move.
If you mean well, why are you doing all this weird shit? Why not just be forthright?
You tell a heroin addict he's going into a place with no heroin. He's gonna resist. You gotta trick him.
Got it. You pick a random quote-unquote heroin addict to save because they're funny. That adds up.
Well, I didn't think you guys saying cigarettes were good for you added up, but I don't pick apart everything you do.
Joke, lie,
diarrhea out of your mouth all you want. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter why you were doing it. You can't just up and leave this time.
Dr. Volt knocks on her hair there, which at first glance was something I was going to ask to get redone. But then after thinking about it, I wanted to do some sci-fi toolkit gags with her giant sunflower head. And I decided to keep it. Another thing about, limitations and like things falling in where they shouldn't be, but used as something, as a cool creative words mouth. Yeah.
Ugh, I hate to be this predictable, but you really just teed me up.
I fucking hate my job.
I'm sorry.
You can talk! Why didn't you talk this whole time?
I am the strong, silent type.
Amoeba, we got shit to do.
Can we stay? I like these things.
We'll be back. I admire the effort, so for next time, think in more dimensions than 3.
That's just the direct spelling out that Az is a 4D critter right there.
What the fuck was he eating? I didn't even give him anything.
Leave a comment guessing what he was eating. I still haven't decided it in the canon, but parts of me thinks that it was little bits of Dr. Volt's hair. Someone commented that playing both Amoeba and Frog Girl is wild. Yeah, it kind of is. That's funny. Come on. You know I had to give the audience what they wanted. I mean, I couldn't give them exactly what they wanted because then this would have to be uploaded on the hub, but I did the next best thing. Hey, nice to meet you. My name is Az. I know Dr. Volt, and I was just wondering...
I have a boyfriend.
You are the only one in this cell? You could have just told me you're not interested.
Well, I basically did, didn't I?
Yeah, I was gonna mention I could break you out, by the way.
Wait, really?
I'm sure your boyfriend will come.